Hi dear children, good morning everyone. In the previous video, we have revised about the history of computers and the types of computers. And today, we are going to revise the next chapter, types of softwares. When we speak about the types of software, people used to confuse with the softwares. And today, we are going to clear about the types of softwares. When we speak about the types of softwares, we have two types. One is system software and the other one is application software. Today, we are going to revise the system software. When we speak about system software, we have two types. Operating system and the next one is utility system. Both are connected with the language processing. So, shall we go now? And when we speak about the application software, it is general purpose application software. The other one is specific purpose application software. Right? We will go detailing one by one. Yeah, here we go first. The system software. Read. System software is defined as a collection of programs that controls the overall operations and internal working of a computer system. Read here. Controls the overall operations and internal working of a computer. So, the system software controls the the overall operations of a computer. It is not working specifically one part. It is controlling everything. When we speak about the input devices, output devices, speakers, everything controlled by the operating system. Yeah, here it reads the data from input devices and transfers the process and information to the output devices. As I said, the input devices like keyboard, mouse, it reads the information or data from the user and it processes, and after processing it, it sends the output to the exact place. When we read some data and it shows exactly to the user through the output device monitor. And when we play some music or movie, it distributes the view to the window, picture to the window, and the audio, sound to the speaker. It gets the information from the user and it distributes the work to the exact place. Right? This is the work of system software. And the system software of we have three main types. First one is operating system. The second one is language processor. And the next one is utility software. We will learn these three types in detail one by one. First, let's see about the operating system. As I said, an operating system is needed to operate a computer. Yes, dear children, without the operating system, no computer or no device will run. Remember clearly, without operating system, no device will run. It needs operating system. Each device. When you take a computer, it needs operating system. And when you take a mobile, it also needs a particular operating system. Without that, it will not run. Yeah? It controls the overall activities of computer, as I said before. Only the operating system controls overall activity of a computer or any device. It acts as a link between the user and the hardware and enables them to work together. Yes, dear children. Only the system software links between the user and the computer. Without that, if you don't have the OS in your mobile or in your computer, it is just like a box, empty box. We need operating system to connect, users means we, one who operates, one who uses, they call user. The operating system only connects and it helps the user to work with the computer, right? When the computer is switched on, the operating system is the first program that gets loaded in the memory. This we have to keep it in our mind very clearly. When you switch on our computer or PC or laptop or anything, or for an example, when you switch on your mobile, what happens? Sometimes for a few seconds some process is going on, which means in this time the system software checks all the files of your computer. It checks all my files are ready to work or not. The operating system, it checks all the system softwares. If any software is not working properly, it will show the error to the user. That is the work of operating system. When we put on the computer, what happens? Only the operating system works first. Remember that. So we have some examples of operating systems: MS-DOS, Microsoft and Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 8, Linux, Mac OS. So we have plenty of OSs these years. We have plenty of OS. So we are going to see the operating system, functions of the operating system, right? This is very, very important. If you don't understand all these points and the functions of all these, then it is very difficult for you to understand. So dear children, please listen carefully here. So we are going to see the functions of the operating system. The first one, device management, input and output. Yeah, everybody knows what is input and what is output. When I ask you what is input devices, what will you say? Input devices, mouse, keyboard, everything comes under input device, and it comes basically in all our minds. And when I ask you what is output devices, speakers, monitor, all this comes under output devices. So an operating system controls the working of all input and output devices. This is a function of OS. As I said before, it controls overall the systems, overall computer. So we are here, it controls the device management. For an example, if you are inserting an extra USB mouse, so at the most, as soon as you insert, it won't work. It takes few seconds or milliseconds to check all the process. After checking it, it gives the control, yeah, you can access it. Only then we can access the mouse. Same way, it checks all input devices and output devices. Right? The next important point is memory management. This is very, very important. An operating system assigns memory to the various programs whenever required. It also frees the memory when it is not in use. If we access some important files, it allocates some part of memory so that the work will be done. After finishing the work, so it frees, it gives free space and it gives the same free space to the other program, or it keeps empty. So remember, for an example, now I open VLC media player to watch a movie or to listen to music. What happens when I open that application? It gives some amount of memory to work. So until I close that app, software or the application, what happens? That memory will be consuming, will be used. When I close that, automatically that which is given, that memory will be freed and will be kept. So the operating system gives some amount of memories to work with all the applications. For example, if I have 10 GB of memory, so if I open that application, automatically it allocates, it divides it equally. Right? The next one is runs the software. An operating system runs the application software like Paint, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, etc. Yes, dear children, runs any type of softwares it permits to run. The operating system permits any types of software to work in the computer. Yeah, these are some of the examples. Paint, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint. There are many, etc. That's what they have given, etc. here. So the next important point is processor management. This is very, very important, dear children. Processor management. An operating system manages the working of the processor by allocating various jobs to do it. Read once again. An operating system manages the working of the processor by allocating various jobs to do it. For example, if I want to do some calculations, it gives do the calculations. Or if I want to open any maybe PowerPoint, like a Windows PowerPoint, it gives do this work and come back. So likewise, the operating system gives a particular job, processor allocates do this job, do that job. So that is the work of a processor. So calculator, by using calculator, we cannot watch movie. So it gives particular job. You do only calculations. And the PowerPoint, by using PowerPoint, we cannot watch movie. So you do only your particular work. So it assigns, allocates job by the processor management. Right? The next important one is file management. An operating system keeps track of the information regarding creations, deletions, transfer, copy, and the storage of files in an organized way. Remember, dear children, regarding creations, deletion, transfer, copy, and the storage of files in an organized way. Yes, dear children, file management is one of the important, very, very important. If we are not clear about file management, it's very difficult. If we are very clear about the file management, we can work very faster in the computer. We can work very faster. So regarding the creation, deletion and transfer, we will be learning in the next lesson. But for the time, remember creation, deletion and transfer. Creation means we can create folders, files. Deletion means unnecessary files, folders, we can delete it. Transfer, we can move the files to one file place to another place. And the copy means we are taking a duplicate of the same file. And the storage of the files in organized way. It gives proper way. Either assign the order, sequence everything it gives. Right? The next one is security. This is one of the important points we would remember it. Now these days most of you are accessing mobile, using mobile definitely. Nobody is using without the security, the password. The same here, it provides security by means of passwords to prevent misuse of a computer. If you don't have the password, what happens? Anybody can access your computer or anybody can steal your data. So what we do, we create, the operating system gives us permission or gives the word us to create our own password, our own username to the users so that we can keep our files safe. Yes, dear children, if you don't do it, please do it now. Set a password for your mobile and as well as your computer. Right? Yeah. The next one is types of operating system. Yes, dear children. Now we are moving to the next topic, subtopic, the types of operating system. When we speak about the types of operating system, it has only few types. Listen. Single user operating system. So what is single user operating system, sir? Read here. Single user operating system allows only one user. Thus the topic says single user. Single means one. Single user operating system allows only one user to use computer system at any given time. This is the most common type of operating system that is used in homes and offices. We cannot use more than one. Maybe only one user can be created and only one user can access it. That's called single user operating system. This is very old type. Now we are going to see the multi-user operating system. This is common now. These days we use it. You know, the mobile, latest mobile also, we have multi-users. Multi-user operating system we have in the mobile. But the computer we have already multi-user operating system. A multi-user operating system allows multiple users. Okay. See here, multiple users. Read the topic. Multi-user. Multiple users on different computers to access a system at the same time. Dear children, same computer, more than one people can access the same computer in different places. It's called multi-users. Read again. A multi-user operating system allows the multiple users on different computers to access a system at the same time. Right? These computers are connected to the main computer through a network. Yes. Without network connection, we cannot use the computer. Without the network connection, we cannot access the computer. We need net connection. The multi-user operating system can handle the various needs and the requests of the all users simultaneously. That multi-user operating system gives permission. Like Linux and Unix are examples of multi-user operating system. In this type of operating system, resources of the main computer are shared among the users. We keep one computer as main. So all the computers are connected to that particular main computer through a network. Right? We keep a main computer to the main computer. Different computers are connected to the computer through the network. If there is no network, the user cannot connect to the computer. That's why we call it as multi-user operating system. Just your children? Yeah. The last one is multitasking. We have seen single user, multi-user, and the next one is multitasking. Please don't confuse with multitasking and multi-user. That is different, this is different. Yeah, coming here. Multitasking operating system allows a user to run more than one application programs at the same time. Read again. Multitasking operating system allows a user to run more than one application programs at the same time. It forgives more than one application. Simultaneously we can access it. As I said, we can do calculations and as well as we can watch movie. We can watch movie and as well as we can listen to the music. And we can listen to the music and as well as we can play games. This is called multitasking. If we do only one work in a computer, that is called single task. And if we do more than one work, that is called multitasking. Don't confuse. Right? In multitasking, the operating system keeps track of the program you are in and allows you to switch from one program to another program without losing information. We can we can move on it as we do it in the mobile. Same way, we can also do the multitasking and we can move. If we move from one task to another task, we will not lose the task data. Without losing data, we can do the multitasking. Yes? Yeah. For an example, you can enjoy listening to your music while writing a letter to your friend. You may also send the printer request to the printer while doing your about tasks. That's called multitasking, as I said. Windows is an example of multitasking operating system. Yes, of course. Through Windows, we can do all the multitaskings. The next one is utility programs. This is one of the important topics. Utility programs. Yes, what is utility programs? Utility software performs specific tasks usually related to the managing the computer, its devices or its programs. It's specifically meant for a specific task, right? These programs assist in the smooth functioning of a computer system and help it to perform better. It helps the computer to run without any losing of data, without any disturbance when the user uses. That is called utility. So it has some types. Some utility help you to avoid virus attack. Yes, this is one of the important one. Virus attack. Take backup of your data, recover data that has been accidentally erased, etc. These are some utilities we can see. What happens when we access it? We should keep our data safe. For that, virus should not attack our computer. What happens when virus attacks our computers? Automatically some files will be corrupted or deleted. Right? We have to prevent from virus attack. Utility helps us to prevent from virus attack. And take backup. Sometimes what happens, we should take some backups and we have to keep it to use next time or for the future uses. Yeah? So it helps us to take backup and recover data that has been deleted accidentally. For an example, if instead of doing some work, accidentally we delete some files or data. So how to get that files? So it helps us to do that, right? Yeah. And disk repair, file management, as I said, file management before, same, compression, all these things we will see in detail one by one here. You can buy various utility programs from the license. Yes, all these utility programs are available over the internet. If we need, for example, avoid virus, we can buy the antivirus from internet and we can keep it secure our computer. So programs over the internet. Here we go. First one is networking utility. So we are going to see the utility programs one by one. First one is network utility. Network utility checks the network connectivity and the configurations of network devices. When we connect a computer to the network, it checks, if there is any interruptions between the connections, internet connections, it checks and it restricts everything. It gives permission to connect it. It also examines the network speed and the performance, monitors network traffic from console and tracks the bandwidth usage. It checks how speed your network connection is, how fast you can upload it, and how fast you can access the network. Everything the network utility checks and it keeps track of it. The word itself shows network utility. It is based on the network connections. It checks all the connections properly and it gives appropriate word. Yeah. The next we see file manager. File manager utility helps the user to perform various operations on files such as viewing. View means we can open the files and see, edit, and if there is any modifications in the file, we can edit it and we can copy that. We can copy the files and we can copy means taking duplicate of it. Take it and we can keep it somewhere else. On the deleting, yes sir, I don't need to I don't need this file. This is not important file. I want to delete it. It gives permission. File manager utility gives us permission and it does the work of deleting. It also helps in managing files and folders and organizing them in computers and storage devices. The file manager does all these works and it keeps the storage and it organizes in a proper way. Yes, here? Yeah. The next one is disk management. As I was telling in the previous slide, taking backup, it comes under it. Disk management utility enables a user to view and manage the disk drives installed in the computer. For example, when we buy a computer, first time we may get only one drive, one C drive. If we need more drives, C, D, E, as many drives we need, we can partition it. So, the disk management helps user to do all these tasks. It can be used to partition drives, format drives, assign drive letters and much more. As I said, we can partition more than one drives and we can rename it, and if we don't need, we can format. Format means we can completely erase the data. All this works are done by disk management utility. Yes? The next is scanning process. Scanning, the act of examining the computer drives or files, possible virus, malware attack is known as scanning. Sometimes our computer is working slowly. By the time what we are supposed to do, we have to scan. We have to check, is there any virus attack in my computer? So what happens when you scan it checks all your files and data. So there's a process of scanning. See this picture, it will tell you clearly. Right? Scanning is done by using the antivirus utility. This utility provides protection to your computer against virus attacks. It includes tools to recover lost files and protect your machine against the system failures. As I said before, the antivirus helps the system to work smooth way. As I said before, what is utility program? Utility program or utility software helps the operating system. Utility program helps the operating system to work the computer a smooth way. All these process, all these files, all these utilities are helping the operating system to work a smooth way. Yeah. So here we have some examples of antiviruses. Quick, Heal, Avast, AVG, Norton. There are plenty of antivirus we have in this. Next, backup. Next one is backup. So what is called backup shell? Sometimes what we are supposed to do, we have to format our computer, or we have to delete, or we are going to sell our computer to somewhere else or somebody else. We cannot give our computer to somebody, or we cannot sell our computer to somebody or someone with our own data. What we are supposed to do? We have to take our data, everything. Taking backup in another storage device, and we have to clean all our personal information in the computer. Only then we can sell it. If we don't do that, what happens? The third person, one who buys the computer, your computer, he can misuse your data. So that we are supposed to take backup of your data. So this is a process of storing or copying data in another storage device. Remember, dear children, when we want to take a backup, we need another storage device. We cannot take with a computer. For example, we have a pen drive or hard disk. So by using that only, we can take backup of all this. Occasionally, a hard disk may fail, resulting in the loss of all files stored in it. Hence, an intelligent user keeps data of all these files. As I said, Sometimes your hard disk may not work properly. By the time we have to take backup and we have to keep it, and after solving this hard disk issues, we can again keep the data back. Data loss is very common and has caused serious problems for many organizations and individuals. So we have to take backup again and again so that we may work with the computer in a smooth way. Next, we are going to see to access backup and restore utility. So to go there, go to Common Control Panel and click on Backup and Restore Operations following the window appear. So I have shown already. Click on the Startup and Backup icon. Windows will start the process of a backup. Then set up a backup dialog box will appear on the screen. Right? Select the device where you want to save the backup of your files and click on the next button. The next screen appears in the prompt what you want to do backup as given picture here. This is a backup, taking backup of picture. Yeah. Next we are going to see the compression. So what is compression, sir? Compression means if we have a very big file, GB is bigger, very big file. We are compression means we will shrink it, we will reduce the file size. That's called compression. It is a process that shrinks files so that less disk space is occupied. Sometimes when we have long, very big files, the drive occupies very large space. So when we do the compression, it shrinks the file and it gives the less space, right? The file that is bigger in size need to be compressed while sending as an email attachment. This is one of the best example I would say. When we send 25 MB, more than 25 MB, we won't be able to send mail. Even if we have 26 MB, we cannot send it. So we have to, what we are supposed to do? We have to string. We have to limit less than 25 MB. So that's called stringing, compression. So these files cannot be read directly and must be decompressed to their actual from before use. Examples: WinZip, PKZip, and SunZip. There are many compression applications. So after compression, after sending it, if we want to get the actual size of the file, what we are supposed to do? With the same one, we have to decompress it. Only then we can access the file properly. Yes, dear children, today we have seen we have seen system software and the application software. So today we have seen only the system software, how it works, and what are the utilities are helping the system software to work. So take seriously, study properly, revise it properly. In tomorrow's class, we will learn about the application software. Thank you.